Welcome back, guys. Week 4. Yay. So good. So good. You did it. Well, you did 3 weeks so far. This is week number 4. This is wrapping it up and getting you ready to jump in to your 75-day consistency challenge. Now, as we finish today, we're going to add one last thing onto our tasks. And part of that is what I would refer to as self-development. Okay, so we're going to start talking about self-development and how this goes into part of our 75-day challenge. So today, like I said, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to focus and make sure that you are really prepared and ready to opt in to the 75-day challenge. I want to make sure you feel good and that you feel prepared and ready to do this. Now, the reason here, before we go into the last part of the 75-day consistency challenge, I want to give you just kind of where I came up with this idea. So, being very fitness oriented, not long ago, I did what was called a 75-day hard challenge. It was 75 days, and there was criteria I had to do each and every day. And they weren't easy things. It was 2 45-minute workouts. It was reading 10 pages of a book. It was making sure one of those workouts were outside. It was drinking a gallon of water. It was sticking to a diet. And this was 75 days, which 75 days, not long until you realize on the days it was not fun, you still had to do it. But it created consistency. It created changes in not only my body, but my mental focus on everything in my life. So I kind of kept noodling on that whole idea of the 75-day challenge and sat down one day and started writing trainings out because I was like, this would be super amazing because everybody always wants to know what's the magic in your business. You guys, there's no magic. It's all work. It takes time. It takes consistency. It takes focusing on business building activities. But really, if you break it down, it is the consistency in doing these things time after time after time, whether you want to or not. It all goes into, the successful people out there are people that devote time, make time, and do these things day in, day out, even when they don't want to. So when I designed this challenge, at first I wanted to throw it all at you. And a couple of my leaders are like, maybe you should use January to educate them on each area so that they will be successful on their 75-day challenge going into it. And I was like, you're right. We need to step back. So that's what we did this January. Each Monday, you got a training to help you be prepared and successful in your 75 opt-in challenge if you choose to do so. So we are wrapping this up. I'm going to screen share and show you our group after we finish up our last task, okay? So every week built on each other, okay? And we've continued to take these business building activities and plan for them or put them into work in our business. And I hope as you have completed each week and continued to plan, you have started to feel more comfortable with the activities, okay? Because you should be continuing those activities from week to week to week, adding on to them. If not, please ask questions before committing to the challenge because as you will see, this all becomes important in your success with the 75-day challenge. The last activity to add is self-development, right? So when I did the 75-day hard challenge, I had to read 10 pages a day. So I wanted to make this doable and also have you focus on other parts of your business too, even though self-development is really, really important. So your last challenge to add on is you will be required to read 2 to 4 pages of a self-development book, or if you don't like to read, I added this in, you can listen to 15 minutes of a podcast geared to self-development. Now, I want to encourage you to do the reading, okay? Of course, I understand there's things that keep us from being able to do that. My son's a dyslexic. I get it. So it's either 2 to 4 pages of a self-help book or 15 minutes of a self-development podcast, okay? Now, self-development. Why self-development? So self-development or continually learning is something that we all should be doing, but we often do not make the time or focus on it, right? We kind of like, oh, I'll do that later. You need to stay ahead of your people at all times, and learning new things with self-development is the best way to do that. So to be better tomorrow than you were today, you have to learn, you have to improve yourself, right? The key to personal development is being more growth oriented than goal oriented. Now, goals are important. We've talked about goals. We've talked about your why, making sure that you're like, we started with the big picture, the monthly goal, broke it down into weekly. From weekly, we focus on daily. Goals are super important and valuable, but growth will help you achieve those goals, right? If you focus on growth, I'm having a hard time with my words. If you focus on growth every day, and your leadership journey, as you're going through your leadership journey, you will really see how that growth gets you closer to your goals. Okay. So again, goals are valuable, but growth will help you achieve those goals. Okay. Ultimately, you'll benefit your entire organization when you aim for personal growth. There are so many times, and we've got a list for you, and I've got some of my books here marked up, that my self-development has helped me be able to direct my team in a better direction, change some of the things that may not be going well. So self-development is super important. Now, I did go back and looked at a comment that was done by one of our Posh crew members that he really feel shines when it comes to self-development. She devotes time to reading, to learning, and that's Kim Lucker. And she, I went back and was looking at a few things, and one of the comments she made was, my daily self-development has changed my mindset considerably. Listen to that. Her daily self-development has changed her mindset considerably. It is important, and we forget to do it. So to help you, I've created a list that is from our leaders. So I got on my leader page and I asked them to give us ideas on their favorite self-development book. Okay. This isn't an all-inclusive list. It's just a list of 15. And they recommended these, and I want you to pick one. Now you can download it on a Kindle. You do you, but the whole point is you need 2 to 4 pages. Now, if you read more than 2 to 4 pages, like I had to do 10 in my challenge, that's okay. That's okay. This is your minimum, okay? I want you at least getting 2 to 4 in each and every day, or listening to a 15-minute podcast. Now, you may find an hour-long podcast that you break into 15-minute increments. That's totally fine. Take notes as you go so that you really stay engaged in that hour-long podcast, okay? Now, I will ask you to keep a list of the books that you read and the podcasts that you complete. It's all part of the process and a way for me to know whether you're doing the activities that are required for you in the opt-in challenge. So self-development book list is, I posted that, I screenshotted that. There's lots of good ones in there. John Maxwell will be one of the ones you'll see a lot on here, just because that's one we've been directed to several times from Pat and other leaders. It's ones that I've really focused on. So there's this one like John Maxwell's 5 levels of leadership. 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. Super good, you guys. This would be a great starter one. If you're farther into your journey here at Posh, per se, you may decide that you want something a little bit more. So this one I read and I would reread, The Leader's Greatest Return. Again, John Maxwell. It doesn't have to be John Maxwell. There are great ones in here. I didn't pull them off of my bookshelf, but things like Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek has Start With Your Why, Leaders Eat Last, and there's other great ones on there. But what I want you to do is I want you to pick one, okay? I want you to pick one and purchase it, buy it, borrow it, whatever you have to do, but get that book ahead of time, okay? And I understand not all of this is going to be easy. And the units were put in place to gradually introduce each item or task that is required by you in the 75-day challenge. And we've added on to that. And we're adding on our last finishing part, which is 2 to 4 pages in a self-development book, or 15 minutes of a podcast. Now, I will start taking opt-in requests once this training is complete. You will be required to do the activities learned from each unit every day for 75 days, no exception, okay? Every day. You're sick? Yeah. When I was sick doing my 75 hard, doing 2 45-minute workouts maybe wasn't as hard as I wanted it to be, or it was 2 walks, but I got it in, okay? So it's 75 days, no exceptions, okay? So if you have listened to and understand the units, you will be ready to tackle this starting February 2nd. I gave us time for people to finish this last unit of training. I gave people time to get the things they needed to get, and we're going to go over a few other things that I feel will make you, will set you up for success, okay? So when I did my 75-day challenge, I made sure that I had my gallon jug. I made sure I had my book I needed. I made sure that my workouts were planned out of when I was going to do it, because preparation is key. That's why we had these units. We prepped you for this. And all units, you can still come back and listen to, but here are a few things I would consider doing ahead of time also, okay? Grab yourself a binder, okay? Or a place to keep all your information. Like a binder like this. It could have folders, it could not have folders, but this is where you're going to keep all your information. Now, we had lots of trackers. We talked about lots of different ways to track. We talked about, and you'll even have more. You'll have one that can help you keep consistent with your whole 75-day challenge, and I'll show you that. But you're going to pick your trackers that work for you, and you're going to place them in your binder. And don't use them all. You don't have to use them all. Some you completed in the units, like our consistency challenge or our consistency on social media, creating a weekly focus for your customers and team. Some you've already completed, right? And leave them in there as your guidance sheets. Others you will need to print off and use monthly, weekly, and daily, right? We kind of talked about that. Purchase your book. Purchase your book. Make sure you have it before February 2nd and make the commitment to yourself to do this, okay? Not to anybody else, not to your leader, not to your children. That could be a reason you want to do this, but make the commitment for yourself. Now I'm going to give you an overview of the page and the task. So you'll be ready to go. Prizes are not small, so the work will not be easy. I've spent $2,000 on different kinds of prizes, anything from necklaces, Tiffany necklaces, to a Swiss Army Tiffany's, pocket knife, sunglasses, Kate Spade. There is some good prizes, you guys. So it can't be easy. It has to make you push yourself hard, okay? If you opt into the 75-day challenge, you promise to work with integrity and honesty in your tracking and reporting. Now, I'm saying that because that's super important to track and be honest if you fall off the bandwagon, because I can see it. I'll be able to see it, because if you're doing these activities as set forth, there's no way that you won't be able to hit the criteria needed. Okay, so let's talk about that. So to be successful in the 75-day consistency challenge, you will need to have 4 parties on the books at least each month. Okay, we talked about 5 throughout the units in case something falls off, but at least 4. And I've had people ask, do I have to have 4 on my books? I would highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Now, is it gonna make it so you can't opt in? No. But 4 is a minimum, okay? Because notice, if you are getting points, and I'm gonna show you how you get these points. If you get points for 1,000 PV, that's about equal to $250 per party, okay? 1 per week, doable, replicatable, you can keep it into your busy lifestyle, and a minimum of a 250 party. Super easy, will get your $1,000 PV, okay? Because we want to grow our network, not purchase product, because when you purchase products, you're not growing your network, okay? So 4 parties, 250 a piece at least, is 1,000 PV. And I'm going to show you that. So notice where those parties become important. Now, making connections. Your business grows in direct proportion to the number of new people that you meet. Your parties, your funnels, your connections. This all goes into the success of your 75-day challenge, okay? We have 3 major areas in our business, and for a well-rounded business, you need to develop them all. So that's your opportunity, your hosting, and your purchasing. You are 3 funnels, okay? You must be present and consistent in your business and on social media to create influence, okay? That means you will follow, that means that, let's see, what did I have here? Oh, that means that consistency challenge that we did, I think it was in week 2, with creating a social media consistency for your customer and your team, will be super important, because consistency is the name of the game. You created that. If you didn't, you make sure you finish it before you start, because that's where you create influence. And other items that have at your fingertips, if you're still struggling a little bit, like for ideas, as every month, Kim does a social media planner. Look at that. She breaks it down, feature of the week, talking about ingredients. You can totally use that for your team and your customer. We also have the action calendar that I post every week. I don't know where mine's at. It's here somewhere because I track my daily numbers on it. Use the action calendar for ideas if you are really struggling in that part, okay? So, and then we have assessing and reevaluating. So every month we started out with the big picture. We're going to be talking about monthly numbers, weekly numbers, daily numbers. And each week you're going to assess, evaluate, and change. Okay, so you're going to have kind of a weekly review, and I'm reading through those for questions, but really that Google assessment is to help you evaluate what you're doing well, what you could do better, things that you may need to change or focus on. It really makes you intentional each week as you're planning your week. Okay, so that's the importance of the assessment. Now, let me screen share here. Let me grab this and screen share. I'm going to show you the page and kind of give you a walk around. Oh, let's see. Let's get to the page. Hopefully I don't have a million things popping up. So this is going to be our 75-day consistency challenge group. Okay. There we go. Sorry. Consistency challenge group. I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview here and what is going to happen. Now, our units are all over on Posh Crew. Once you come over here, if you need to rewatch units, those will all be on Posh Crew. Okay. Now, to start out with, I made a cute banner with some very good motivational consistency quotes. Okay. So, number one, in the announcements, there will be the quote banner, and it says, what is expected? A minimum of 4 parties per month. I already talked to you about why that's important. Okay. Monthly goals each month. Okay. 75 days. So you're looking at about 3 months as far as monthly goals go, because you won't finish out the 3rd month with the 75 days. Daily number recording. We've already started doing that. Weekly focus each week. So you have your weekly focus sheet. So make sure you have enough of those printed off, or print them off as you go, because you will need to fill those out each week. Okay. Consistency plan for your social media for your customers and team. We have that sheet. You should have done that sheet. You should have a plan and action on how each and every day you are going to tackle your social media consistency challenge. Okay. Your weekly Google Doc assessment, and I'll make sure I put that link over here too, but you will need to fill that out weekly on Saturday or Sunday. I would highly recommend doing that when you're doing your weekly plan. Okay, so for me, Sunday's that day that I would go into my Google Doc. I would, what did I do well? What didn't go as expected? How can I change it? And I would fill out my weekly assessment of what I need this week to get back on track or continue to go in the direction I'm going, me and my team. Okay. 3 per day. We talked about this last week. You have your 3 areas of your business, and for a well-rounded business, you need to work on each of those areas. Now, in all honesty, we're not good at them all. Some of us may be good at sharing product and getting purchases. Some may be good at parties. Some may be good at helping people join the opportunity. But in order to have a well-rounded business, you have to work on all 3 areas. So I didn't want to overwhelm you, and you have a choice on how you do this. But you do have to have 3 per day, 1 in each category. Now, just to reiterate last week, that can be a connection. We talked about connecting with people. We talked about dripping on people. That's a huge one for hosting and opportunities. Dripping on them sharing things. You could be doing follow-ups, or you can add to the funnel. So adding new people to your funnels, whether that be purchasing, somebody that you think would be a great host, or a dream team member. That can also be something that you do, but that's each and every day. So I would highly recommend on your funnels that you write the date, February 2nd. This was what I did February 2nd with a connection, a drip, or whatever you want to put. in each section. So you'll have it on purchase, you'll have it on host, you'll have it on join. You got that done for the day, right? Now you can go back and reevaluate and reconnect with people. That's the whole point of dripping and connecting, but you need one in each category each day, and then 2 to 4 pages of a self-development book. That's what we added on today. Now I'm going to show you the point system, but that's what's expected of you guys. Each unit built on that, and you will have to turn those things in order to get your points. So point system for this is consistency points for prizes, 10 points per. Now I will show you where you need to post these things because I cannot see all of your numbers, okay? Number 1, there will be a place where you put your 1,000 personal volume each month. That will be a screenshot. And we will start with February for that one. 1 new team member, you get 10 points for that. Now, why would I put in 1 new team member? Because if you are having parties, you are connecting and doing your 3 funnels, you are dripping and following up, a new team member will come. Like I said, you could post that you're doing all these things, but I can really see it in the numbers because I can tell you that if you are really, truly telling the truth and consistently working your business, these things at minimum will fall into place. If you get a rank advancement, you will get 10 points. So that means if you're currently a pink and you take the 75-day consistency challenge and you go to a pink +1 in that month, you can get 10 points, okay? Now you get 1 point per day completed of your 75-day challenge. So guys, in all honesty, the way this works is if you mess up, you're done collecting day points, okay? So in all honesty, on the 75-day hard challenge I did, when you messed up, you started over on day 1, okay? Well, I would like you to at least focus on your 75 days, okay? And doing this routinely and not feeling defeated, but knowing that 75 days is long. It's not going to be easy, okay? But if you fail on day 10, you quit getting points, okay, for your daily activities. You get 1 point per day. So someone that finishes 75 days is going to have 75 points, okay? Your self-assessment each week, you get 10 points. Monthly goal sheets for the month, 10 points. Weekly goals must post each week to get full points. So every week you have your self-assessment, which you get 10 points for, and you have your weekly goals you can get 10 points for, okay? Consistency plan for your month, okay? So that's your social media consistency plan. What are you doing? What's your goal for the month? How are you doing this? What are you doing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Because with this, guys, sorry, no breaks. It's 75 days straight through, okay? 4 parties a month. We talked about why 4 parties a month are important. You will screenshot from your VO your parties, your 4 parties at the end of the month that you completed in February for 10 points credit, all right? I will be able to see that in your volume, you guys. So there's no having 4 parties and not doing nothing and getting points, okay? You should be having PV with those parties, okay? 3 touches per day, full month completed. So 3 touches per day are our funnels. That's why it's important to, in each funnel, have it printed out and put February 2nd. This is what I did for my hostess funnel. This is what I did for my customer purchase. This is what I did for my opportunity, because you will show that to me in order to get your points. Now, this is 10 points per month. So we will have February, we will have March, and then I will start an April thread that you will put those on as we finish our 75 days, okay? So there's the point system. That will be pinned to the announcements, okay? It may not always be front and center, especially if I have something coming up that I want you to pay attention to, but it is there. I am going to pin this. Please post all questions here in this thread so we can easily find and answer them. If you're confused, you can't find something, please post it in just this thread to keep this from being crazy, okay? Post it in this thread. I or another person that's supportive on this group that understands the question you're asking will answer your question. And if you have a question, someone else probably has that question, and we can keep it all in one place, okay? So that is criteria for the 75-day challenge, what the page looks like. Now I want to show you where you're going to post these things, okay? So, and I want to show you files. Okay, so in files, I will start including files here that you may need. A lot of them are pictures, so I don't have a PDF of them. Some I do. I will put them here. This is a 75-day consistency tracker. So if you're a computer person and you like to keep track on your computer, it looks similar to this, and it allows you to check mark things when you use the Excel sheet. It allows you to check mark the things that you need to do on a daily basis, okay? And it'll run through all 75 days, all right? So this is just kind of a check off challenge kind of thing. So that is in files. When you go to media, of course, photos is going to show you all the photos I've loaded. I wouldn't go there, okay? I would go over to albums, and I'm going to have you look at tracking documents, okay? So tracking documents, most of the ones that we had in our units will be here. You have your monthly plan, your weekly plan, your consistency plan, or your social media plan, whichever you feel like using. You have your funnels and your loyal tracker, which we talked about last week. And then I have put up a few examples of things that you can print off to keep yourself on track as far as the whole 75 days goes, okay? So for example, if you like this one, it's a daily focus, host, join, purchase, has Sunday through Saturday. I connected, I dripped, I followed up, or I added a new. So you could put, I connected, host, okay? You still need to keep track of that information on your funnel sheet. But if you like check off sheets to make sure you're doing things on a daily basis, this would be something that you could use. Again, these things are options. They're not something you have to use. I just wanted to give you a chance to be successful. This is another one. I'm getting a phone call, but we'll wait. This is another one I did up. Here list daily activities, okay? AM, check, PV, CV, and team building, okay? Social consistency, customer and team, did I do that? Connect, drip, or follow up on a purchase, a host, and a join, okay? 2 to 4 pages of my self-development book. It also will show weekly, one party, complete my assessments, and then monthly, it's 4 parties, what's my goal, what's my focus, and here's a target for your week. So this is more something that will help you stay in line. Grab that. Get a binder with a front sleeve that you can slip this in. Keep this front and center each day, okay? And lastly, this one's similar to what we had for 75 hard. It was 75 days right in front of you. You knew what you had to do every day. Your daily tasks were here. And as you completed those daily tasks, you crossed off your days. Okay, simple, easy, not hard, but another thing that you can do. All right. So let's go back. So those are all there. Those are your tracking documents. So if you don't have those from the units, you can come here, you can download them, you can print them off. Like I said, you'll have a monthly plan for February, March, and April as we're going. You'll have weekly plans for each week within that month. You should already have your consistency plan at least done up so you know what you're doing. So that's either this plan or this plan. You have your 3 funnels printed off so that each day you're connecting, dripping, following up, or adding to one in each category. Your 75 customer tracker is when you want to move people over to your VIP group, or they're loyal, you know they're loyal, they're going to keep purchasing, you're going to grow that tracker. That's kind of an extra for you. And then you have your 3 kind of ways plus the Excel sheet if you're a computer person that you can decide before getting started that you want to use to keep you accountable. Those are accountable, guys. This is what I want to keep myself on track. I will not ask per se for these. I may ask you to give me a screenshot or just to have fun with these. But the ones that will be required of you will be like your keeping track on your funnels. Let me see your social media, your weekly, your monthly, and then anything that's really geared towards points. Okay. So then lastly, let's go back to the home page. Let me find where I put these. I'm going to have to put these. I thought I put them in here. I did. No, that's our tracking document. Okay. So I'm trying to decide where I think I'm going to pin these to topics. I haven't decided yet, but they will be where you will put your trackers for your points. Okay. I have to have a way for me to be able to keep track of your points, you guys. This isn't easy on my part either. I'm walking this walk with you, but I also have to keep track of who's in the group, what are they doing what they're supposed to, are they getting their points in, and keep track of those. So you have an example. Here's February. I will not put up March and April yet. But February, please screenshot your recording of your daily PV, CV, new recruits, and team growth at the end of the month. So you know you have to do that each and every day. We talked about that in week 1. At the end of the month, to get your points, I need to see a screenshot in this thread, okay? Here, once you complete your social consistency plan for February, you will post your sheet for February here. Post here in the comments, okay? Please list your 4 parties and dates for February. So you can list those if you would like. Sarah Michaels, February 6th, 6 o'clock, and do your 4, or put them in your VO, screenshot your VO, and that will be your 4 party credit, okay? Once you complete your weekly goals, you will post your sheet for February here. Now, this one will get used more often because you do a weekly sheet each week, okay? So you should have 4 for February, okay? When I go through here and I'm putting in points and I see that Shalene only put 3 weekly assessments in, I know she only gets 30 points, okay? So it's very important for you to post. February, once you complete your monthly goals, you will post your sheet for February here, okay? Monthly sheet goal, that's 1 per month, okay? So as you complete, you will need to post your screenshots of your activities under each area. February consistency tasks. So I'm going to let's make it while we're here. Let's do, let's do a post topic. Oh, I already have one. Where you post your action, okay? So if you get lost and you don't know where to find that, you will be able to find that in the topic section. Okay. And as we get going, we will really streamline this. You guys, this is my first time doing this as a consistency group. So you're kind of the guinea pigs, but it really, really is going to change your business if you can follow through. Let me stop my screen share. I think I showed you everything I wanted to share there. So I have a few notes just to wrap up. This is not easy. I get it. It's going to take a lot of devotion and time, but it can really, really benefit your business. The tasks are not long. The tasks are not going to take you all day long, but they're going to get you focused on the things you need to be focused on. Because the one thing I hear is, I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Well, you're not too busy to do these small little things consistently over time. You're not going to be a rock star tomorrow by doing this, but those small little things will build, and your consistency will make a strong business. And I have it written down here, and I'll reiterate it. It says, this will not be easy. Okay. You will have days you want to throw in your towel. That is what will divide people. Okay. You have to push past that. You've got to get it done. If you have watched the units, you've prepared mentally for what you need to do, I can promise you that you will see a change in your business doing these activities. When you are ready to take the 75-day consistency challenge, when you're ready to opt into the group, I want you to PM me. Tell me you're ready to make a change and you want to win some amazing gifts in the 75 consistency day challenge. You guys, I want nothing more than for you to see success, for you to see success in your business, for you to see success in your paycheck. Okay. We don't do this business because we just like to have fun. Well, some people do. But if you're here and you want to build a business, we want to build our paycheck, right? We want to build a business that we're proud of, that we can take this information, self-development, we're developing ourselves, we're making ourselves better. Take this information and move it on to your team, you guys. You are going to really focus on some parts of your business that aren't easy, that aren't fun, and that really make you scared, right? So you have to be fearless. You have to know that there's a reason you're doing this. There's that core part of you, that why, that you want to make your business better. And that magic wand that you're always looking for is nothing but consistency in your business, time over time, doing business building activities consistently. So as we wrap this up, congratulations. If you're just here to learn a little bit, I hope you grab some nuggets you can put into your business. If you are here and you're ready to opt in to the 75-day challenge, PM me, send me a message. We will get you connected to the opt-in group and we will move forward. I'm so excited to see you take this challenge. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And no matter where you're at in your business, you guys, this can help you. All right. I will see you over on the opt-in page because I know you're going to take it. All right. See you over there, guys.